Hey YouTube, BalisongAddict here. I'm going to, as you can see, be looking at the Spyderco product guide for 2012. So I'm just going to go through the product guide, and then I'm also going to tell you guys what you can expect from Spyderco this year. I made a little list of stuff that's not in the guide that you can expect from them. So I'm going to just get right into this. So here is the guide. As you guys can see, I got the physical copy of it. So the first page just has the table of contents right there, and it's talking about the clip-its. That's just basically the pocket clips that they have. Alright, so you guys have the Spyderco Police on the left, and then the Harpy and Spyderco Civilian on the right. Police is just a long blade. I believe it's 4-inch blade, basically for police. And civilian, I don't know what that weird blade. I'm not really into either of these knives, so I'm just gonna move on right here. Got the Endura here, just the saber grind with the Delica right there. Also saber grind. Got some serrations. Same thing over here, just with black blades. Got a lot of Enduras and Delicas in this catalog. Got Endura with, looks like another saber grind Endura on the left, and then full flat grinds on the right. So you guys see all of that. I like the full flat grind Endura. It cuts better than the saber grind. I have an Endura actually. I have this Endura right here. The here, let's wait for it to focus right here. Lightweight ZDP 189. ZDP 189's Japanese blade steel, and it's really nice. It's actually kind of a greenish color. It's a very dark green. It looks black, but they call it the British Racing Green is what they call it. Got the Emerson Wave Endura and Delica right here. They unfortunately don't have that with the full flat ground blades, so you're just gonna have to go with the saber grind on those. Here we have the trainers on the right and the stainless steel versions on the left. Stainless steel is not my favorite. It's kind of heavy and it's slick. Doesn't really have that much traction. Just the rescue knives they have right here. These are what they are. Rescue knives, basically for like EMT and things like that. They have a rounded off tip right there. So basically you're usually going to be cutting things off of people with these, so you don't want to stab the people that you're cutting, that you're like rescuing, basically. Here we have the dragonfly and cricket stuff. So basically everything's a dragonfly, as you can see, except for the cricket right down here. We have the dragonfly in black FRN right there, and then we have the ZDP 189 Dragonfly right here in that British Racing Green. All their ZDP 189 knives are going to come in British Racing Green FRN. Here's the Foliage Green G10 Dragonfly. So because it's G10, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. I don't know if you guys are going to like that color, but I don't like that color that much. I do like green, but it doesn't really look green, foliage green. But you can dye these handles a different color if you would like. You can always dye it black. It's going to be harder to dye it any other color besides black, but you could change that to a black G10 just by dyeing it. You can look up how to do that on the internet with Google. Here's the tattoo dragonfly and just the normal stainless. They have a serrated blade right there, and the cricket. Here we have the militaries. Got the Spyderco military there. Just the plain one, black blade. You guys see what's going on. Military, it's about a 4-inch blade, maybe like 3.9-inch blade. They're very popular. They only carry tip down. Yeah, they only carry tip down. As you can see right there, it's not like the Paramilitary with the different taps in the handle to put the clip on different sides. The only place you can carry it is right there. Military is a nice big folder for you guys. They actually do a lot of sprint runs with the military because it's very popular. Here we go. Here's some titanium military, fluted titanium military right there. It looks like it's got some kind of airbrush colors in there. I believe those militaries are actually going to be delayed because they're having troubles, or they're changing the way that they're doing them. But so yeah, if you're waiting for those, they're going to be a delay. Here's paramilitary 2. There's that blue blade you see there. It's really nice. The paramilitary 2 is definitely one of my favorite Spydercos. So on the right here, it's like a military, but instead of having this liner lock like the military does, it's got a compression lock. If I haven't already showed you guys, if you haven't already seen that, that's this lock right here. It's like liner lock's normally up here, but it's back here. So see right there. So it's like a compression lock on the back. It's very, very smooth opening. So let's turn the page here. Got the rest of the paramilitaries right here in the digicam. Now we got the natives here. Here's just the native 5, and here are the other ones. I'm not really a fan of this blade style. It just kind of looks weird. I like the full flat grind here. Really like that. They're actually making a titanium handled one, fluted titanium. I'll talk about that later in the video. Oh, here it is, right here. Alright, so there's the fluted titanium, which is actually going to be production, not a sprint run, so that'll be nice. Centifonte. And here's a stretch. A lot of people like the stretch. I believe it is ground pretty thinly, so it can cut really well. It's a really good slicer. Here you got the one in ZDP 189, that green, and then this black. So you can kind of see the difference in color right here. It might be kind of hard to tell on video, but it's a lot easier in person to tell. But it's a little bit green, and that's got ZDP 189. That's got the VG10 there. Both have a back lock. Same with the natives and Centifonte. Here's one of the awesome knives. I will be getting this one whenever it comes in stock. I have it pre-ordered. It's the Spyderco Yojimbo 2. It features a compression lock, just like my paramilitary right there. It's a really awesome knife. I'm really excited to get this. See, it's got the Wharncliffe blade right there. No jimping on the back, but don't really need it with that big choil right there, or whatever it is. The curvature of the handle. Got the Manix 2 extra large. I'm not really going to be getting that knife, but I have a Manix 2 lightweight right here, and here's the Manix's, or the Manix lineup. Definitely some cool knives. Cool that they did it in the extra large. It's kind of like the original Manix, which was a fixed blade, but now they just turned it into a folder. The original Manix was pretty big like this one. So there's that. Here's the Manix knives. Alright, here's the PCAL on the left here. Just got that. This knife, it actually looks like that would be the blade there, but it's kind of like a really subtle karambit knife. See, so this is the blade edge right here, and here's a little Emerson opening thing that you catch under your pants. Here are the Calys, Caly 3.5 and the Caly 3. The Caly 3 later in the year will actually be featuring a Damascus blade. Damascus blade with these same carbon fiber handles, or maybe a different carbon fiber, but carbon fiber handles, Damascus blade. Can expect that later in the year. The Caly 3.5, it's black G10 right there. You can also expect this in carbon fiber handles later in the year, kind of like these carbon fiber handles, or maybe a different kind of carbon fiber texturing, but that's some things you can expect. Here's the Sage series, really great series. This is the Sage 2 right there. You can see that. I have that knife right there. I also have the Caly 3 right there too. That's what we just looked at, right there. So here's the Sage series. Sage 1, carbon fiber, Sage 2, titanium. Basically, they're just featuring different locks is what they're doing in the Sage series here. They're just trying to give credit to some sages of knife making. So here we have the liner lock, the Chris Reeve integral lock, the, I don't know what this one is, Black Wilkins I believe is the name, and here's the black lock. This one's kind of like an Axis lock a little bit, but there those are. There should be a Sage 5 coming out eventually. I don't really have any details for you guys on that stuff. Here's some cool stuff. It's the Value line that's made in China. I believe it's made by the same company that makes Sanren Mu knives, in case you guys know what that is. Go Google that if you don't. But, so here's the Tenacious. They're coming out with a black-bladed Tenacious. They're also coming out with a Tenacious in green G10. And they're coming out with a Tenacious in blue G10. Those are going to be dealer exclusives. Same with the Persistence and Ambitious. No green G10 for them, just blue G10. Both the Persistence and the Ambitious will be coming out in blue G10 as well. Nothing with the Brazilians. That's cool. I kind of wish that they came out with some green G10 on the Persistence. The Persistence is my favorite out of these knives. It's just the right size for me. I'm going to get the blue one probably. Green would be nice. Here we have the Cat, which is a liner lock in 440C blade steel. Not too excited about that blade steel. And the Leaf Storm. That was a collaboration with Kevin Wilkins. And here is the Chicago, which is just like a smaller cat, basically. They're both liner locks in 440C blade steel. Here's an interesting knife, the Gale Bradley. So it's in carbon fiber. It's got stainless steel liners, and it's an M4 CPM M4 steel, which is a really nice steel, not stainless really. And this is probably the best production, or the best value that you'll get for a knife like this, the Gale Bradley. It's a great knife. Go check it out. I don't own it. It's just too heavy for me, unfortunately. Here you see the Fred Perrin PPT and the Rescue. PPT is a cool knife. I'm liking that one. It's kind of heavy. I'm not going to get it. Just too many other knives to get. And the Super Leaf. Super Leaf kind of flew under the radar a bit, but I believe it is... Oh, it's a compression lock. Alright, so Super Leaf is a compression lock. That's cool. I'm going to have to go check that knife out. It looks like it's got some pretty good ergonomics right here. Pretty similar to a Paramilitary, too. I think I'm going to check out that Super Leaf. Definitely something. Here got the Zulu down here and the Balance. Alright. Moving on, we have the Junior. I haven't really heard good things about the Junior. I'm not liking that knife too much. But it's got a really extreme curvature right here. And here's the Valaton Sub Hilt folder. And the Des Horn folder. Okay, here's the Chaparral. The Chaparral basically is a knife that they're going to be coming out each year with a new one, with a new handle material and new blade material. So this year it came out in CPM F30V for the handle and carbon fiber for the handle, CPM F30V for the blade. And they're going to have the same locking mechanism each time. It's the back lock. The one that they're coming out with this year is going to have a titanium handles in XHP, CTS-XHP blade steel. So you guys can look forward to that if you're liking the Chaparrals. Here we have the Techno and the Air by Gale Bradley. And here's a collaboration with Lion Steel, or I can't, name escapes me for that that company. I believe it's Lion Steel, and it's the Lion Spy. It's gonna be a pretty cool knife. I believe the other side of this, if you flipped it over, is titanium, so that's pretty cool. And here's the memory. Oh yeah, here's the other side of the Lion Spy right there, titanium frame lock, as you can see. Very cool. Alright, we got the Bob Lums on the left here and the Persians. They are part of the Ethnic series. The Bob Lum Chinese folder and Persian folder. So there you go. Definitely pretty cool. I like the Persian. Bob Lum, just not really my type of thing. These are also part of the Ethnic series on the left here. The Chokwe and the Navaja. Navaja has that clicking sound when you open it. This knife right here, it's got a kind of very linear handle. But from what I have heard or read is that it is very comfortable in hand. The ergonomics are a lot better than they look. Here are these knives. or I don't really know how to pronounce this knife. It looks like Puco. Sorry, that's just what it looks like to me, but maybe Pucko or Puco or something. It's not really my thing. We got the Ladybugs. Pretty cool knives. You guys know what those are. Squeak Slip It on the right. Manbug. Here's the Manbug. It's going to be coming out in ZDP 189 later. Right now, those are the two Manbugs that are there. Both VG10. This one's G10. This one's FRN. They'll be coming out with the ZDP 189 Manbug later in the year. Here are the UK knives and the Kiwi, and then the Bug, Honeybee, and Grasshopper. So there's that. You guys know about that stuff, I hope. Here's the Salt series. I'm just going to flip through this pretty fast. Just your normal H1 yellow-handled stuff. All these. The Rescue. Got the Tasman Salt, Jump Master. Alright, so here's the Spyderco Warrior on the left. It's a pretty cool looking knife. It's a nice little curvature to it. And the Bill Moran drop point on the right, along with the Bill Moran trailing point. So there's those kind of good EDC fixed blade knives for you. I guess these are tactical ones. I'm not really sure what you're supposed to use those for. They're cool though. Temperance and the Street Beat. Street Beat's another cool EDC knife. Temperance and the Rock Salt right here. Definitely the Shemp Rock by Ed Shimp are some bigger knives. Maybe for some outdoor duty stuff. Okay, here's a cool knife right here. The South Fork by Phil Wilson. They're going to be coming out with it in S90V. Alright, you can go pre-order that right now on your website that you order knives from. S90V is great blade steel. And here is the bushcraft knife that they're making for bushcrafters. Here is a bunch of cool sprints they're doing. The Meerkat in burgundy, the Dodo in orange, the Jester in a gray G10, and the R Nishijin in carbon fiber. I like the Dodo the best out of those. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna... Here's all the sharpening stuff. Most of it's just not any more knives. Got the Bird series right here. And yeah, so now I'm just going to let you guys know. I'm going to talk about some sprint run knives. Or not some sprint run. Some upcoming knives that aren't in this catalog. So here I'm just going to read them off real fast to you. So basically that Dodo that I showed you earlier, the orange Dodo, is going to be coming out in carbon fiber. And I told you the Caly 3.5 is coming out in carbon fiber too. Laci Szabo is making a folder. He made the Szabo Fly, and that was a pretty cool little knife there. The Spyderco Tuff is coming out. That's going to be a big, tough knife, like what it's called, basically. I'll let you know about the new Chaparral. The Endura is going to be coming out with a Damascus blade. I already told you that. And the Caly 3 is also going to be coming out in Damascus, like I told you. A knife called the Ulize is coming out. It's supposed to be like the Spyderco Police, but with kind of a recurved blade. And the Cricket is also going to be coming out in glass carbon fiber. So there's your little dose of Spyderco stuff. One more thing, the Paramilitary 2 is coming out in brown handles, and is also going to be coming out in green G10 handles. Brown G10, earth brown, and green G10. So there's all that, and then I let you guys know about the Tenacious line, where the Tenacious is coming out in the green G10 and blue G10, and the Ambitious and Persistence are both coming out in blue G10 as well. Tenacious also is going to be having that black blade that I showed you, which is the black G10. Alright, so there's your dose of Spyderco stuff, just letting you know what's going on for this 2012 year. Any knives that you don't know about, you can go ahead and Google them. I'll have them down in the description. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys.